And so we've touched on this a bit, but I think what we're going to do is give a high level overview of using LLMs in the investment process. LLM stands for large language model, so that's ChatGPT. I actually use multiple LLMs extensively, and I have published research about the actual methodology I use, the strengths and weaknesses of the different models. But I subscribe to them because otherwise these freemium models kick you out, and I use them so much that it easily is worth the cost. But I use ChatGPT, Claude, and I should say in order: Claude first, then ChatGPT, Google Gemini extensively now. Sometimes I use Microsoft Copilot, and I think that's all, but effectively I'll use any of them at any given time for things that I think that they're particularly useful for. So, for example, I like Claude for its ideation. When I ask it to help me design a portfolio, it just does a much better job than a ChatGPT. Google Gemini does a pretty good job as well, but it has some weaknesses in the way it ingests, documents in particular. Although I did find a new tool that Google has, and I'll get to that in a minute. But basically, I'm using LLMs to summarize, synthesize, and ultimately quantify outlooks across expected returns and sentiment from experts. So again, that's why I call it an alpha capture portfolio. I gather outlooks and sentiment around assets, regions, sectors, and risk premia. And then I want to make my investments on the intersection of those different things.